Hi everyone, it is day 2 of our Pilates advent calendar and I hope you really enjoyed day 1. Today I actually have an advent calendar, so let's find out what day 2 is going to be. And the word is centering. So this is a key concept of Pilates and it's one that we're going to explore today in a few little exercises that's going to build up something quite intense at the end. So all you need is a mat and a little cushion to go underneath your head and give you a bit of support. So I'd like to bring yourself down onto the floor and set yourself up with your head on the mat. Your knees and your feet are hip distance apart and you can feel the weight going down through the back of your head, the back of your rib cage and the back of your pelvis. So knees and feet hip distance apart, arms lengthened down beside you. And we're going to go into something called a pelvic compass. So I'd like you to imagine that your toe button is north, your pubic bone is south, and your hips are east and west, and you have a little marble balanced in the middle. So first of all, we're going to start sending that marble through to north. So as you exhale, just start tipping your pelvis back, engage those centering muscles, those core muscles, and tip that marble back so it's in your toe button. You're imprinting your spine. Then as you inhale, I like to start arching away to send that marble down to that south pubic bone here. And you should find that you're just arching away from the mat now. Let's go a few more times. So this is really great because it gets our core muscles switched on and just teaches us which muscles we should feel working when we're using centering. So in Pilates, we use centering in response to what we're doing. So for an exercise like this, you need to use it a little bit. But when we do something more intense, like a single leg stretch or a double knee fold, you're going to have to use your centering muscles a lot more. So, okay, north to south once again. And then pause somewhere in the middle, and we're going to send that marble from east to west now. So sending that marble over to the east side, you should feel those toe muscles switch on. Your hip will dip down towards the mat. And then sending over to west, feel your toe muscles working to help you rotate your pelvis from side to side. And you might find that your legs are just moving in relation to what your pelvis is doing. So let's go a couple more times to each side here. Going from one side to the other and come back through to a neutral position. And now we're going to send that marble around every single point of that compass. So let's send it through to north first. So rocking back and then starting to roll that marble around really smoothly and try and get this movement as smooth and efficient as possible. So rolling all the way around, keeping the movement smooth and slow. Using that centering to help you move through your core and your pelvis. Okay, one more time around like this. As your muscles get a bit warmer, you should find that you maybe got a little bit more movement through there. And let's go the other way. So just breathing normally now as you send that marble around all of these points of the compass. Just seeing how your legs react. But keeping both sides of your waist long and your shoulders relaxed if you can. Okay, let's come back through to our center position. Place your hands on your hip bones. We're going to go into something called a knee drop now. So for this, we're going to open one leg out to the side, keeping our hips completely still. So we're getting external rotation of that leg in the hip joints and really engaging these tummy muscles. So let's breathe in. As we breathe out, let's start to open one leg out to the side. Feel your tummy muscles move on to start controlling that leg. Pause here. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, engage once again, engage those centering muscles to bring your leg back through. So as well as getting our core working and our centering muscles switched on, this is just so nice to get mobility through your hips. It's also really nice just to be aware of what your body can do, because you might find that you're a little bit more tight on one side, or that the movement is easier on the other. Okay, so going again. When you do this, try to make sure that you're not opening up the opposite leg. This is so nice when we spend all day sitting, walking, running. We spend a lot of time in flexion, so going into rotation like this is super for the health of your hips. Opening out again. Good. We're going to go one more time to each side. So in your own time, going one more time to each side. And return back through to your start position. Okay, so finding a neutral spine and pelvis once again. So that's where you're neither imprinting and your hips are nice and level. Let's take our arms down by our side and go into a starfish. So we're going to have to use our core now, our deep centering muscles, to make sure our torso doesn't move at all. All that is moving is our arm and our leg. So breathing in, As you breathe out, start to slide one arm up over your shoulder as you take the other leg away from you, reaching through your heel and reaching through your shoulders, and making sure that your rib cage isn't popping up. Inhale and draw back in with control. So if you do this without bothering about using your central muscles, you should find that your torso is just all over the place and you're quite wobbly. Whereas if you engage those muscles as you move, you're really firm and steady through your torso, and you're just getting that shoulder and the hip working. Lovely. Keep your jaw relaxed throughout this movement, and make sure that you take your heel away in direct line with your hip and take your fingers up over your shoulder. Drawing back in using those two muscles. We're going to go 2 more times to each side. So this is so nice to get length through your body as well, and really warm up your shoulders. Breathing out to spread away, and inhale to return. Good. 1 more time to each side. Reaching back, and our final one here, breathing out to slide, and inhale to return here. Well done. Give yourself a little bit of a wiggle if you need to go into a more comfortable position, and then find neutral spine and pelvis. Once again, we're going to step it up by taking it into a toe tap now. So we're going to go into a double knee fold. So use these muscles. Make sure you don't move your torso. Breathe out to float one leg up, using your core muscles, and then breathe out, bring that second leg up to join it. Super. So this is our start position. Should be using that centering already. And then as you breathe out, we're going to tap one foot down onto the floor. Feel how these muscles are already switched on, and draw back. Super. Keep your jaw relaxed and your shoulders released. So let's go on either side. Hinging from the hip and return. You shouldn't be feeling a difference in the arch of your back. So you shouldn't be imprinting or arching, but you should feel that these muscles around your middle are really working. Now, if this is too much and you're having to arch away or imprint, just drop it down so that you're doing a single knee fold. And that's a lovely way of building up this core centering strength. And then eventually, when you're nice and strong there, you can start doing these toe taps. So for everybody who feels that they can do this really easily, we're going to take it into a dead bug. So arms are now up directly over your shoulders. Your palms are facing each other. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, tap one leg away as you take the opposite arm back behind you, and return. Very similar to that starfish we've done, but we're just now in our toe tap. And you're really going to have to use those deep core muscles to control this movement. Good. Going again. Breathing out to tap. Inhale to return. Out to tap. In to return. Super. If you need to, you can drop back down to a normal toe tap, or you can just take this into a single knee fold, whatever suits you best. And make sure you activate your glutes here. Otherwise, you're going to be just pinching through these quads and the hip flexors here. So use your glutes, and that's going to support your leg in the double knee fold position. Good. 1 more time here. And then I'd like you to hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a rock from side to side. Set yourself back into relaxation position, and we're going to go into a single leg extension now. So similar to toe taps, but this is just a little bit more intense. So neutral spine and pelvis, first of all. Float your legs up one at a time. And you can either stay with your head on the floor, or you can come into curl up and just extend your arms. So from here, we're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, I'd like you to lengthen one leg away. Draw back in. Remember, you're using these muscles around your middle to help control that leg. So they're all connected. The pelvic floor, hips, lumbar spine, centering muscles, all are super connected. So when you do an exercise like this, you're activating and strengthening everything. Now, make sure you're not straining your neck. If you are, you can place your head down. Keep your arms extended if you wish. And really go slowly and with control to enable you to turn these muscles on. Let's go again. 2 more times on each side. Breathing out to lengthen. Inhale to return. Try to make sure you're really lengthening through that leg so you're fully extending your knee. Last one here on each side. Place your head down, hug your knees in, and give yourself a bit of a hug and a rock from side to side. And then come into a seated position, however suits you best for sitting. And we're going to go into our 2 final breaths. So arms nice and wide here, breathing in as you breathe out, reaching all the way up towards the ceiling, reaching through your fingers and press the air away. And let's go one more time, breathing out, reaching through your fingers, press the air away again, and give yourself a clap. Well done. Thanks so much for joining me for day 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow about the same time for more Pilates. So have a great day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.